everyone, Christine here from the Growing Chefs team, joining you from our at-home classroom. Today we are going to be talking about soil and composting. Okay, in lesson 1, Chef Selma talked to us about the difference between dirt and soil. Let's take a moment to review this. Dirt is something that we may find on our clothes after playing outside or under our fingernails, whereas soil is where plants grow and it holds a lot of yummy nutrients for them to eat, as well as water, minerals, and air. All of this is really important for our plants and vegetable gardens to grow. And remember, soil is not just dirt, it is a very important natural resource. Now, just like people who have different taste buds, certain plants like different food and nutrients in their soil. When we give our vegetable plants the right food and nutrients, the plants will store and hold these nutrients as they grow into delicious vegetables to eat, so that we can be healthy. You may wonder, what exactly is in soil? Soil is made of minerals, organic matter, air, and water. Through a process called weathering, big rocks break down into smaller and smaller pieces. This process can take hundreds of years. This provides minerals for our soil like rocks and clay. The next big part of soil is water. Remember, all living things need water to survive, and soil is a living thing too. Now, what else do living things need to survive? That's right, air. Soil also holds a lot of air in between the mineral and water particles. This allows for the roots to breathe, even underground. There are many little insects and worms that move through our soil and help bring pathways for air and water to travel, even deep into the earth. And lastly, soil contains organic matter. Organic matter consists of things like dead insects, fallen leaves, grass clippings, and rotten wood. To understand this better, I'll invite you to come on an imaginary field trip to the forest with me. If we close our eyes and imagine looking down at the forest floor, what do you see? We may see some moss, fallen leaves and needles from the trees, bits of wood and bark, and insects crawling around. Now, there's lots that we can learn from the nature that is around us. One thing we can observe is that no one goes and cleans up all that rotting wood or dead leaves in a forest. All those parts go back into the earth and then is then eaten by anything that is alive, like insects, worms, fungi, but also things that we can't even see, like bacteria. All of these living things help to break down the organic matter into very small pieces to create the nutrient-rich part of the soil called humus. Humus is what gives soil its dark brown color. Composting is all about doing that same work that nature does, but in our own homes and gardens. Now, do you know that we can create soil at home using things in our yard and food scraps that many people just throw away? This is what we call composting. You've probably heard the term composting before. Maybe at home or school, you put food scraps into a green bin. Let's talk a bit more about composting and why it is so important. Composting is a natural process that turns things like vegetable scraps and food waste into healthy soil that can then be used to grow even more nutritious vegetables. You can think of composting as a way of recycling nutrients from food and using it to create soil that we can use to grow more food. Not all trash is garbage. Plant matter, fruit peels, vegetable scraps, even some paper products or other organic matter are all valuable materials that should stay out of the garbage and instead be used to make healthy soil to feed hungry plants. Not only are we helping the environment, but we are also helping to create nutritious food for our plants and vegetable gardens. I hope you had fun learning about soil and compost today, and why it is so important to keep food waste out of the garbage and out of the landfills. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.